Hey guys, Sean Casey here, and today is fitness tip number 2, and we're talking nutrition. I'm here with Brandy Seal, who has been our nutrition coach at Results Fitness for the past 7 years. She's been in the fitness industry for 15, 20 years, Brandy? And she's been a trainer, a gym owner, worked with people going for pageants, she's trained competitors, she's trained moms, older people, younger people, anybody that wants to get healthier, more fit, and have a better life. She has done it all. She's an awesome coach. So what we're going to talk about today is, where do we start? Where do we start when we want to improve our nutrition? There's so many different directions, so many different diets, so many different processes, so many different coaches out there these days. And I think a lot of people are confused. So Brandy, how can we simplify this? So we're starting off on a plan, we want to hire a coach. Where do we start?
Well, my kind of philosophies and perspective when working with someone is keeping it super simple, because everybody wants to overcomplicate things and go to the extreme. Like you and I know, when you start down that path, you end up kind of back to square one. So when I first talk with a client, the number one thing I have them do, it's the most simple thing, and you and I know kind of where it all begins, is pen to paper. I want you to journal for a week, everything that you eat and drink. I don't care what it is, but I want to see it. And it's not to benefit me as your coach, but it's to benefit you to become more conscious and aware of the things that you're consuming every single day. Because as we know, people get in this hamster wheel of just life and they become very unaware of the things that they're putting into their bodies. So it's amazing. Every time a person gets on the phone with me and we go over that week journal, they are floored at either how little they do eat, how much they do eat, or how actually really well they have a good plan laid out. And then that's kind of where we really start to customize and piece things together.
So you want to be people aware, where am I? Where is my lifestyle? Where are my eating habits? And that's a great start point. What I've experienced, and maybe you have too, is we can always get on those extreme plans. We can lose the weight, we can get ready for a show or a holiday or a wedding, but we're really not teaching ourselves how to create a lifestyle that supports a healthy, strong body and mind, are we?
No. And at that point, it's really common because I see it a lot, and I lived it myself for years as a past figure competitor. All I knew was extreme. And so, moving forward into my life now, it's been completely different. And so you have to create a balance, and you have to be able to lay things out that are realistic, because the more restrictive you go, the harder it's going to be to maintain it. And then what happens, and we see it all the time as trainers, people end up putting on even more weight than they originally lost. And so it's about creating something that's simple and basic and attainable.
Well, what I hear you saying is people go back to their old habits and behaviors because they haven't learned the right habits and patterns to maintain a good body. They've gone into an extreme diet, which you cannot do for long periods of time. And so instead of learning and little by little unfolding, basically creating the way you think about food, your relationship with nutrition, but also what is going to work best for you over a lifetime for how you look and you feel. Because if not, like most people, we're just on the roller coaster ride our whole life.
Exactly.
So going back to the tip, but what we're saying is, we got to realize, where are we starting from? Where's our baseline? Where are our habits now? And then we'll start our journey to making the changes, improving our energy and our looks, and that's where the coaching comes in. Because then Brandy will work with you through the obstacles and what comes up, and that's a whole nother video of your thought patterns and behavior and emotions around food and change. But the main point is today, guys, for 5 days, you dot down everything you eat and drink, and then you start evaluating that. And maybe that's when you hire a coach, or what, maybe?
Or I have also had those instances where that alone really opens the eyes of some individuals. And they, the percentage hasn't been big, but I have had those clients that say, you know what, I journaled for a week and it really opened my eyes, and I now kind of see some things that I want to tweak, and they try it on their own for a while and they have success, and that's great. And then typically, meet or talk, weeks later, and kind of see other ways that they can, retweak their plan.
So guys, tip 2, nutrition. Journal for 5 days and get really clear on where you're at and then you can start your process of moving and making positive changes in that area of your life. And I want to thank Brandy for her tip of the day.
Absolutely.
And we're going to talk more about nutrition. It's a huge area, and it's such a big area for change in the way we think, the way we feel, and the way we look. And you'll hear more from Brandy in the near future. So have a great day, guys, and we'll see you tomorrow for tip 3.